This hyperdrive blows are gonna be pieces of us in 3 different systems. What'd you do?
I bypassed the compressor.
What's going on, guys? It's Kate, aka a little too short, and we're talking about the Rey movie, the Rey Palpatine movie, because that's her name, not Rey Skywalker. We don't do none of that stealing name stuff over here, okay? We know who she is.
Who are you?
I'm Rey.
Rey who?
Rey Skywalker.
If you don't remember, earlier this year, well, hell, I think it was New Year's, they dropped the news that the new Star Wars movie that they're developing is going to be the Rey Skywalker movie, in quotations. And of course, everybody was like, well, why are you doing that? We don't want to see more of this Mary Sue character. Admittedly, Daisy Ridley, she's not a bad actress. Hell, as a person, she looks very likable and things like that. But her character as Rey is one of the worst characters in Star Wars. It might be the worst character. She has no flaws. She's great at everything, and everybody just praises her no matter what she does. And she constantly makes bad decision on bad decision, but somehow she's in the right every single time, man. And it was New Year's when they announced the director of the new Rey movie, Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy.
I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable.
What did you say, nigga?
And she is a documentary filmmaker. Like, okay, she makes documentaries on women's struggles and things like that. That's very notable, very honorable. That's great. You're not supposed to be in charge of a Star Wars movie. You're just not. You don't know nothing about this. Going from indie documentaries to big budget studio movies is a huge leap, and we see that never really works. Eternals, the director, she did a little documentary, got like $200 million, made a movie that flopped. We're going to see the same thing here because nobody wants to see this character. You had a bait and switch in The Force Awakens when we all thought Finn was going to be the Jedi and everybody was looking forward to that. But no, Rey could just do Jedi mind tricks that nobody's been able to do for decades. And she knows all these moves and she can beat a master Sith apprentice with no training whatsoever. And I don't want to hear the excuse that, oh, he was injured. He still should have mopped the floor with her. That didn't make any sense at all. But I digress. This was the first news that they announced at the beginning of the year, and everybody was like, ew, no, we don't want that. And then the director goes out and says this.
I'm very thrilled about the project because I feel what we're about to create is something very special. And we're in 2024 now, and it's about time that we had a woman come forward and shape a story in a galaxy far, far away.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
First of all, Kathleen Kennedy has been in charge of Star Wars since, what, 2012 when it was sold to Disney? She's been in charge of Lucasfilm this entire time. So she's been shaping the story of Star Wars for over a decade now. And we've seen where it's gone, straight downhill ever since The Last Jedi. And it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. And we only have like a few things in Disney Star Wars that have been good. Like the last 3 episodes of the Clone Wars, Andor, Mando Season 1, and a little bit of Mando Season 2. Season 3 is terrible. Season 2 is alright. But that Luke Skywalker scene, I gotta admit, I did enjoy that. But other than that, Disney Star Wars has not really been good. So acting like there hasn't been a woman at the forefront of this is just being disingenuous. And are y'all forgetting about Bryce Dallas Howard? She directed episodes of The Mandalorian, and Deborah Chow directed episodes of The Mandalorian, and she was in charge of the entirety of Kenobi. So why are we acting like women haven't been at the forefront? This doesn't make any sense to me. If anybody had the track record that Kathleen Kennedy has had in any other job, they would have been fired. They would have been shunned. They would have been made fun of by everybody. But she must have some dirt on someone to be able to have this level of job security and nobody check her. That doesn't make any sense. She must have something on Steven Spielberg or something from when she used to do those latte days. But anyway, we got the rumor that her new Jedi Order movie is being delayed. Like a couple of weeks ago, the writer of this, he went to a film festival. He said nothing about this Star Wars movie. And also, he's supposed to be making a new studio out there in Hollywood, which made people think that the movie might be on hold. Now, this is not unexpected from Disney Star Wars. Think of all the projects they've announced that have never come to light. Where's that Rian Johnson trilogy? What about Rogue Squadron? You remember that? Patty Jenkins, she was supposed to make that movie. What happened to that? What happened to Rangers of the Republic? Oh, yeah, you got rid of Gina Carano for a Twitter post. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot about that. Dan and Dave, they got a trilogy, right? Taika Waititi, Kevin Feige, he had a movie. All these people have Star Wars projects, and they never see the light of day. Do you not remember the Boba Fett movie that was supposed to happen from the dude that made Fan Four Stick? And that got canceled and it got turned into The Mandalorian? You see this track record of announcing all these projects and nothing happens, and then the ones that do come out, they turn into utter crap? I don't understand how this keeps happening, man. It doesn't make any sense to me. No logical person wants to see a Rey movie. They just don't. She is a Mary Sue. She is a boring character. She is an annoying character. Nobody wants to see any more of her story. Let it go, man. We're done with that. And it couldn't happen to a worse actress because Daisy Ridley, she is a good actor if you see her in other things. But everything that she gets handed with the Star Wars stuff has just been terrible. The Rise of Skywalker is the worst Star Wars movie ever. Period. There's no discussion. It's worse than The Last Jedi, and The Last Jedi is terrible. And she was at the forefront of that. And it's not her fault that the movie was terrible. She just acted, she did what she was told to do. It's the people that wrote that movie, produced that movie, and let it go out that Star Wars is in the position it's in right now. And you want to go back to the era that fundamentally broke the fandom, that fundamentally took Star Wars, the biggest IP of all time, and put it into a streaming service that nobody subscribes to? That doesn't make any sense to me. I, for one, would like to see this thing canceled. I, for one, would like to see them move forward with something else. Shelve Star Wars for 10 years. All right, don't do anything. Don't say anything. Just go back to the drawing board and start over. Unless it's video games or like an anime or something, we don't want to see it on the big screen because we know you're just going to put crap out there and then call us the bad guys for calling out your crap. And if you don't think that's what they're going to do, remember when Kenobi came out and it was utterly terrible and everybody didn't like it and they started calling you racist because one of the characters happened to be black and she's not even a reason that the show was terrible. It was just the writing. Yeah, they're going to do that all over again. So expect that if they move forward with this ratio. Movie, my bad. Well, it will probably get demoted into a show knowing the track record of Lucasfilm anyway. I'm hoping that it's true. Seeing Disney Star Wars go down the way it has been great. With The Acolyte getting canceled, with Mando season 3 being terrible, Ahsoka was terrible. We just know that this is going down. And me, I'm here for the acceleration because you took something that everybody loved and threw it into the ground. And you deserve nothing. You deserve nothing. Y'all let me know what you think down below. And as always, hey, y'all be easy.